Okay, so one of the issues that isn't covered very often by education and or anyone else really is the correlation. Okay, so we talked about correlation before, but what we want to see is, we see it in action on TradingView. Okay, so in order to see a positive or negative correlation on TradingView, you've got to compare the pairs against each other. Okay, so this is Euro USD on the 4-hour. Okay, if I want to compare this against another pair to make sure I'm not trading against myself, for instance, okay, I'll just press the compare tool up the top, and then I'll add in a symbol. Let's say I'm in a buy on USD Swiss franc. Okay, so that's just going to add an overlay of that the USD Swiss franc pair on top of Euro USD, and you can immediately see okay, negative correlation going on here. Okay, so what that means generally is, when one goes up, the other goes down. Okay, so when USD Swiss franc goes up, Euro USD generally goes down. Okay, and the reason this is a useful tool is to ensure that you're not trading against yourself. So if you're long USD Swiss franc, okay, and you're short Euro USD at the same time, the likelihood is, okay, they're both going to go in the same direction. So you're either going to, gain ×2 or lose ×2. Yeah. Okay, because that's the nature of the correlation. Now, if you were long USD Swiss franc and you were also long Euro USD, okay, it's going to cancel each other out, so that's going to be neutral. So, if people want to hedge risk, okay, they can do so on correlated pairs such as this. Okay, but the main reason for using this tool is to stop you over risking, okay, overexposing yourself to a single currency without even realizing it. Yeah, without even realizing it. So if I add, let's remove this. Okay, let's use the tool again to see some kind of positive correlation. Okay, so that we might not expect. Okay, so if we add New Zealand JPY onto here, and I'm looking for a short on New Zealand JPY, but I'm also in AUD USD. Now, I might not think, okay, they're correlated at all, based on the fact that, actually New Zealand currency, yen currency, Australian currency, US dollar currency. But actually, okay, if you zoom out, let's go on the daily, you can see how strongly correlated these two pairs are. Okay, they generally move in the same direction. So it's a very useful tool to enable you to see that, and you can add more than one pair onto this as well. So if you wanted to compare, let's say AUD USD again, okay, great, that's on there. You can also add on, if you wanted to, let's say DXY. Okay, that's how the American dollar index runs compared to these two pairs. So it's very useful, and it's a good learning tool as well. Okay, it's a good learning tool. And that's all there is to it. It's a very, very simple tool to use. If you want to see correlation in figures, okay, then head to mataf.net, which is where I get my correlation figures. Okay, so a strong positive correlation would be like +75. A strong negative correlation would be -75, for instance. And that's about all we need to say, because the tool itself is very, very simple. Okay, it's just a compare button. That's all it is. All right. And we talk about correlation more in the educational topic.